So this weekend we had the co-main event between Kamaru Usman and Khamzat Chimaev, and because I'm so hyped, I thought I'd give a full detailed breakdown of how I have this one going. So Kamaru Usman's coming back from his loss to Leon Edwards in March. It was a competitive fight, but at the same time it wasn't that competitive. It's like a weird one. It's like a whole control versus damage sort of thing, but I think Kamaru Usman's like, I'm not going to say he's washed. I still think he is like a capable fighter and a good fighter, but he's obviously slowed down quite a bit. He's 36 years old. His knees are quite done. He looked a lot slower, I feel like, in that third Leon fight. Like, he looked really good in that second one, but when he came back, I don't know. Maybe it's just the Leon stylistic matchup since he did come back after getting knocked out. But I just think in general, he might just be done, man. Like, I still think there's fights he could win and everything, but I feel like everything in this fight factors into a Khamzat Chimaev win. Like, you got to look at it this way. It's short notice for Kamaru Usman, and I'm not saying that's the reason why Khamzat Chimaev's going to win. I think Khamzat would beat him even if it's full notice. But the middleweight, it being at middleweight is such a massive advantage for Khamzat. Khamzat's been bulking up, properly moving up to the middleweight division. While Kamaru Usman's still like a welterweight, he hasn't changed his size or anything. He's still going to be welterweight sized in there. And I guess you could use that same logic for Islam versus Bulk, but there's a bit of a bigger difference in weight. The 15 pounds is a bigger difference than moving up a 10-pound weight difference. And, Khamzat Chimaev was already a massive welterweight, already bigger than Kamaru Usman, but with the weight cut to welterweight, if they fought, maybe there is some factors that you could give it to Kamaru Usman. Maybe the weight cut would just be too much for Khamzat Chimaev at this point, and maybe he'll gas out, maybe he won't be as durable. But at middleweight, there's just so many big advantages, and I feel like Hamzat's even better at middleweight than he is welterweight. Like he's more powerful. I feel like we've seen him flatline KO GM3 in seconds. Like he looks a lot healthier in that weight class. But not just going into them factors, I just think it's a stylistically bad matchup for Kamaru Usman. You know, Kamaru Usman's got a good jab. I don't think it's the greatest jab like some people claim. Maybe they're being ironic or something, but I don't think Kamaru Usman's got the best jab in the UFC. But he has got a very nice jab. It's powerful. He's good in the clinch. He's good at clinching people against the fence and just repeatedly punching them to the body with the foot stomps and everything. But I feel like we've seen a change in Kamaru Usman, especially because of his knees, where he's become more of a boxer than like using his wrestling. I know he used it against Leon Edwards, but we've seen his wrestling just, I don't know, wasn't there against Leon Edwards the last fight. Maybe that's just Leon Edwards' improvements, but I just think it also just shows that Kamaru Usman's not the same fighter anymore. But I think in in the striking, I think Kamaru Usman might be more technical. Maybe you could argue, but I think that Hamzat's more powerful. I think he's more durable than Kamaru Usman. We've seen Kamaru Usman get rocked by Colby Covington, and we all know Colby's not the most powerful guy. Like in that second fight between them, he really had him really hurt. But every time he had Kamaru Usman hurt, it would be just before the end of the round, so Colby couldn't utilize it. But he did get hurt even in the first fight. He got rocked a lot by Colby. I've always said that Usman's chin probably isn't the best part of his game. I've had a few people say Usman's got a granite chin, but I've always disagreed with that statement because I don't think he's actually that durable. Like, when has he really taken big shots before? And I'm not just saying this because Leon Edwards KO'd him. It was a flush head kick. Most people are going to get KO'd from that, but I don't think he's actually that durable, and especially after getting knocked out cold by Leon Edwards. I think that his durability is probably not going to be there anymore. Now, there is ways for Kamaru Usman to win this for sure. I feel like if he can survive the onslaught from Khamzat Chimaev, because I feel like Khamzat's going to come out fucking hot in that first round. He's going to come out like a bat out of hell. Maybe if Kamaru Usman can survive that, stuff the takedowns, clinch Khamzat against the fence and hit him to the body over and over again, maybe he'll be able to gas Khamzat out just because it's such a high pace he fights at. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to survive that onslaught. And I don't even think it's going to be the wrestling where Hamza wins this. I think he's going to straight up just flush KO Kamaru Usman with a right hand. He's so much more powerful at middleweight. And I'm not going to say he has I think he's going to be a lot faster than Kamaru Usman here too. Like I think Usman looking so much slower, and like Khamzat is a fucking like a freak athlete. Like he is very quick. Like the way he shot on Liang in their fight was like that was super speed. I feel like he's gonna feint a takedown, and Kamaru Usman's gonna prepare to like sprawl it. But I think he's just gonna get fucking clipped on the chin. Maybe there'll be a bit of a feeling out process, but I think that it'll be a first round KO for Khamzat Chimaev. But like I was saying, the way for Kamaru Usman to win is to try and survive. Like if Hamza comes out here wrestling and he gets his takedown stuffed, then he's screwed. Like that's how I feel. If he gets his takedown after takedown stuffed, he's gonna. I think he could. Kamaru Usman could break him, but at the same time, I think he could get Kamaru Usman down. We did see Leon Edwards get him down. Colby Covington unofficially got him down, and I think Khamzat Chimaev is like a better wrestler than them. Like when it comes, like I feel like he's a better takedown artist. Maybe Colby Covington's got better technical wrestling, but I feel like Khamzat Chimaev is just so much stronger, so much more like has so much more raw power on the takedowns that I could just see him getting him down like pretty easily, especially if he just catches Kamaru Usman off guard. You know, he does a lot of good attacks for takedowns, like he'll throw head kicks and then shoot in, like he did to John Phillips. Obviously, I'm not equating Kamaru Usman and John Phillips' takedown defense. John Phillips has like some of the worst takedown defense, but still, he's a big guy, and Hamza literally just mauled the fella. You know, like he just mauled John Phillips. But yeah, on when it comes to that, that's the only way I can see Usman winning this. We know Hamzat's got a good chin. People say, "Oh, Gilbert Burns knocked him out. He's a former lightweight." Like Gilbert Burns was dying to make lightweight. Like he literally went blind. I'm pretty sure when he was cutting weight once. Like he was not like an actual lightweight. He was one of the worst. He was having one of the worst weight cuts ever. And even then, the knockdown was from a headbutt. Obviously, you know, we've seen Kevin Holland get knocked out briefly by Kyle Dorcas from a headbutt, and then we see him take big shots from fucking almost everybody. So getting headbutted is always going to drop you, especially in a sport where, you know, headbutts are illegal. They're always going to catch you off guard a little bit. But generally, I think this is a pretty good fight for Khamzat Chimaev. And also, we don't know what type of shape Kamaru Usman's in. Maybe he was preparing for Bilal Muhammad because I'm pretty sure that was the rumor. But yeah, who even knows? Fucking, I don't even know what's next for Bilal Muhammad. I doubt they're going to give him a title shot, especially if he turned down Kamaru in the first place. But yeah, definitely very interesting. I'm hyped for this fight. This has been my dream fight since Hamza debuted in 2020. Like literally, I wanted this fight so badly. When he retired briefly, I was actually so sad because this was always my dream fight. Like I was an instant Hamza fan. Like I rewatched all his fights and everything. And I was like, damn, this guy might be the one to beat Kamaru Usman. And he was so close, man. If Leon Edwards would have lost, it would have been Hamza versus Kamaru. But you know, here we are now. We finally get the fight at least. It's a bit late, but still, it's better late than never. I'm glad we still get to see this fight. And yeah, I think Hamzat's going to get this one done. And it's going to be sad, I feel like. You know, I like Kamaru Usman. A lot of people don't like Kamaru, but I respected him for being such an active champion. You know, he was super active. He had entertaining fights. Outside of the first Jorge fight, all of his championship fights were entertaining in my opinion. And I think he's a good guy. He's a bit cringe at times, but I think he's generally a good guy. And it's going to be sad for him to be on a free fight losing streak. You know, he was getting close to being the goat at welterweight, but you know, I still think he's the second greatest, but I don't think he overtakes GSP by any means. But this is going to be sad for him. I feel like he is going to get beat here, and I think he's going to get knocked out cold, you know, against Hamza. I'm not going to say, like, I think it would look sort of similar to like the GM3 KO, but I think it will be a bit more competitive than that. So like, it'll last like a few minutes at least before he knocks him out. But I'd say it'll be like a knockout within like 3 minutes probably. We'll probably see Hamza mix in a lot of kicks. He's got pretty heavy leg kicks. I think he'll be throwing all them leg kicks at Kamaru Usman, and then I think he's going to land that big right hand, and I think he will KO Kamaru Usman. But still very excited for this fight. It's a good stylistic matchup. You know, if neither of them can take the other one down, we could just get a good striking match out of this. Like that would be super fun to see. But Yeah, I can't wait to see the face off and everything though. Like I love that thing Kamaru Usman does in his fights when they're like announcing him. He'll go up and get in his opponent's face. I hope he does it for this fight. That'll just get me twice as hyped, especially to see how Khamzat Chimaev would react to that. But yeah, I'm super excited for this fight. I'm so glad that they got Khamzat a fight. I was really worried that he was not going to get an opponent, but the BMF, the lineal BMF. Well, I guess he's not because Leon Edwards is now, but he was BMF. He beat Jorge after he won the BMF belt. So the true BMF, Kamaru Usman. But yeah, I don't think it's going to go for him. But still, it should be a fun fight. I'm excited for it. Sucks the Paulo Costa fight didn't happen, but this is arguably even better. So I can't wait to see what happens in this fight. But yeah, like I said, all respect to Kamaru Usman for taking this one, but I think this fight's going to be going to Khamzat Chimaev, but should be an interesting one. This card's going to be crazy, though. I can't wait for it. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, make sure you give it a like. Let me know your thoughts on the Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman matchup. And I'll see you guys in the next one.